Have you ever contemplated on the idea of using borrowed money to create wealth? This might sound counterintuitive at first, but let's delve into the concept of financial leverage to understand this better. Leverage in finance is like a double-edged sword. It can amplify your gains, but if not wielded correctly, it can also magnify your losses. It's all about using borrowed capital with the potential to increase the return on an investment. Think of it like this: you're presented with a golden opportunity to invest in a promising venture. However, the high entry cost keeps it out of your reach. Here's where leverage swoops in. By borrowing money, you're able to seize this opportunity, which could lead to significant wealth creation. So the question isn't can borrowed money create wealth, but rather how can one use borrowed money to create wealth? Now that we understand the power of leverage, let's dive into how you can use borrowed money to create wealth. The first step is identifying profitable investment opportunities. This could be anything from real estate to stocks or even starting your own business. It's crucial to do thorough research and consider the potential return on investment. Engage in thoughtful analysis, seeking advice from financial advisors or seasoned investors. Always ensure the potential returns outweigh the cost of borrowing. Next, let's talk about borrowing. The goal is to borrow money at a low interest rate. There are various sources from which you can borrow, such as banks, credit unions, or peer-to-peer lending platforms. Remember, the key is to secure a loan with the lowest possible interest rate. This way, the cost of borrowing doesn't eat into your profits. Now, you're ready to invest the borrowed money. The investment should be in line with your findings from the first step. This is where you put your money to work, whether it's buying a property to rent out, purchasing stocks, or funding your own business. Your investment should be capable of generating a steady stream of income. Finally, the last step is repaying the loan with the profits made. It's important to have a clear repayment plan. This could be from the income generated by your investment or a portion of your regular income. Sticking to this plan ensures you don't default on your loan, which could have serious financial implications. Remember, this process isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It requires careful planning, patience, and a keen understanding of financial principles. But with time and diligence, you can turn a borrowed sum into a significant wealth-generating tool. Following these steps, you can turn borrowed money into a wealth-generating tool. However, it's crucial to remember that using borrowed money to create wealth isn't without risks. Now let's dive into some key do's and don'ts to help you navigate this financial strategy wisely. Firstly, never borrow more than you can afford to repay. This is paramount. Remember, the money you borrow isn't free and it comes with interest. Overborrowing can lead to a financial quagmire that's tough to escape. Secondly, always have a solid investment plan. Don't just grab a loan and throw it at the first investment opportunity you see. Research, plan, and strategize. Know exactly what you're investing in, the potential returns, and the risks involved. Lastly, avoid high-risk investments unless you're an experienced investor. High-risk investments can yield high returns, but they can also lead to significant losses. If you're new to investing, stick to lower-risk options until you get the hang of it. Keep these do's and don'ts in mind, and you'll be well on your way to creating wealth using borrowed money. To sum up, using borrowed money to create wealth is all about leverage. We've delved into the potency of leverage, the ability to use a small amount of your own money to control larger amounts of borrowed funds. It's like using a lever to lift a heavy object, hence the term leverage. We've also walked you through a step-by-step guide on how to create wealth using borrowed money. From identifying a lucrative investment opportunity to borrowing wisely and investing strategically, the journey requires careful consideration and planning. Moreover, we've highlighted the do's and don'ts when using borrowed money. We've underlined the importance of responsible borrowing, meticulous planning, and understanding the risks involved. It's not a free pass to reckless spending, rather a strategic tool to amplify your wealth. With careful planning and responsible borrowing, you too can harness the power of borrowed money to create wealth.